What's up, guys? So today is Denim Day, and as you saw just then, I am wearing my jeans while I'm walking around out here. I've been trying to come for this walk, just quickly before I get into everything. Been trying to come for this walk for the last 3 days, and every time I've stepped out of the house, 10 minutes in it starts raining. So the fact that I've been walking now long enough for my, I'm not sure that they're official AirPods, but my AirPods to like, their battery has it's dead, done, they turn themselves off, sort of thing, and it hasn't rained yet is a bit of a blessing. The path is getting harder to see out here, however. Not that there ever really was much of a path out this side anyway. So I'm in the national park that has the whale watching viewpoint, which is back that way. This is the part of it that not really a whole heap of people come to. There is a spiderweb right there. You could see that coming in the sunlight. But yeah, so today is Denim Day. Pretty important thing. If you don't know what Denim Day is, it's trying to raise awareness for sexual assault and celebrating sexual assault survivors. Now, whether that's sexual violence is the term that they actually use, and it encompasses harassment, abuse, assault, and rape as well. So yeah, and I thought I would come out here where nobody else is, like literally nobody else, and have a bit of a rant, because literally only like 2 weeks ago, one of my friends, during Sexual Assault Awareness Month, one of my friends was sexually assaulted, and they've been dealing with it since. They had this whole dilemma of whether or not they wanted to actually like officially report it or just sort of like keep it themselves, because they felt embarrassed by it, despite the fact that they were the victim, not the perpetrator. And I was like, no, like, when they told me, I was like, no, you need to go and report them. Like, I will support whatever you decide, but you need to go and report them, because by doing so, that, you know, if this person has a history of it, they could get put away, and then you effectively save whoever their next victim was going to be. And when I sort of put it like that, they're like, yeah, no, you're right, I really don't have much of a choice. I'm going to go report them. And so for the last 2 weeks, they've been dealing with all the proceedings going on there. And I mean, I could go, like, I know quite a bit of the story. I'm one of the people that this friend has confided in, but it's for that reason that I'm not going to go any further into that story. But it just, I don't know, like this is an important issue, right? Obviously, I'm not trying to detract from that. It's an important issue, but I don't see why it should be an issue to begin with, in that, why are people treating other people like this to begin with? Like, I just don't. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I just have good morals or something, but I just don't understand it. That sun is brighter than my future, swear to God. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get why people, like, there are times when it's like, oh, mate, if I ever see you, you're going down. But 9 times out of 10, that's just sort of talk, and it's to the person that I would be sort of standing up for, like, in defense of, as sort of like an exaggerated way to say, I'm there no matter what. And if stuff, you know, if shit goes down and I have to get physical, I will do that to protect my friends. But I'm not going to go out there deliberately to victimize someone in any way, especially not sexually. And like, I don't get it. I was having a conversation earlier today, and part of that was that my sort of theory as to why these sorts of things happen to people is that as a species, mankind has become so used to being at the top of the food chain that we've forgotten what it's like to have natural predators and have to like defend ourselves, to the point that, and we've stopped evolving like biologically, you know, like we've sort of reached the peak of what our physical strength is going to be as a species, and we've reached the peak of what you know, our intellect's going to be, sort of thing, and we're now evolving technologically as a species, and it's like that's just how it's going to be. But because of that, because we're now, you know, like we're so far advanced from any other species on this planet, specifying that because aliens have to exist, it's like a mathematically or scientifically or whatever impossibility that we are the only life in the universe. There is some other life form out there, whatever form it takes, we don't know. But on this planet, we are the most technologically advanced species, that we're able to easily protect ourselves from any other what would be natural predators. And so missing out on this essential skill of survival and having to protect ourselves from other predators, we've just evolved into our own predators as well. And we invent ideas, whether they are, you know, a physical trait of someone, like the colour of their skin, or what sexual reproductive organ they have. I feel like that's the PC way to say it. I think that that's being inclusive. Let me know down below if it's not. I don't want to be inadvertently excluding anyone from this. I'm trying to be as inclusive as I can while having this rant. But yeah, so like the color of our skin, our whatever sexual reproduction, you know, reproductive organ we have, our age, our, you know, social status, and we start inventing ideas like social status and religion and, you know, all these other things, and we use all of these ideas to attack and belittle anyone that doesn't fit into what we perceive to be what that idea represents, which is why you'll find that, you know, not wanting to start some hate comments going, but just taking an example, the feminist movement. And I know this is a controversial topic, and I'm probably opening up myself to some hate comments, but hear me out first. One person might take that to be equal rights for women, right? So women having the equal rights to do X, Y, and Z, whatever you interpret X, Y, and Z to be. Whereas another person might see that to be the feminist movement is trying to bring down men's rights to where women are so that they can understand what it's like, you know, as one gender to another sort of thing, what it's like to be the opposite sex. And that might be how they perceive feminism, right? I'm not saying that anyone's, you know, right or wrong, because, as I said before, it's an idea. It can exist as this multifaceted thing. But yeah, that's my theory. And obviously, one of the more nefarious ways that we attack each other is by taking something like, you know, sex, and using that as a weapon when it's otherwise generally perceived to be this enjoyable thing. And you then turn this one person's experience of something that should be this enjoyable experience into this traumatic thing that they constantly trying to block out. And the reason I chose the feminist movement as my little example there is because the feminist movement in the 60s were the ones that gave women the availability to have contraceptives, and you know, like there was the whole like sexual liberation thing that happened with them, and then I think I could be misremembering facts and stuff, but I think it was around about that same time that they got completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is like the feminist movement sort of thing, when it first started sort of thing, allowed women to sort of be a bit more free with their sexuality and own their sexuality and stuff. And obviously that then started steps towards the LGBT community getting acceptance for themselves and whatnot, because it's all related to the broader theme of sex and sexuality. And then there are just some sick, perverted little fucks out there. This already wasn't getting monetized. I said rape at the beginning. But there's some perverted fucks out there that decided, hey, you know what? Men gave women that right, so men can take that right away from them too, and just have our way with whoever the fuck we like, and it's not fucking on. It's... I personally have not dealt with sexual assault myself, but as someone who has had to be there for a friend who has dealt with sexual assault, and in some cases it's fucking severe and it's graphic and it's always fucking horrible, it's struggling to because like any other traumatic thing, you know, it's not just the act happens and it's done. There are mental ramifications from that. So you get PTSD, they get social anxiety because they suddenly feel like anyone that they start getting close to is going to do the same thing to them. Like there's all these levels psychologically that go into it after the fact. And trying to help a friend who, you know, I care for to the point that I would put my own fucking life on the line for them, helping them try to find, there's no other way to say it, a reason to live sometimes, is the most heartbreaking fucking thing to have to deal with, that I can't even imagine what it's like for them actually dealing with the assault. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking whatever is going on in the minds of people who do this to other people. I hope you get your shit checked, because this is not fucking on. It needs to fucking stop. Like, there should be no reason at all, and definitely no justification for any reason to treat another human being the way that we treat human beings, especially in this regard. There are spider webs out the wazoo right now, but like I said, no one comes down these paths before. But yeah, I think I've made my point with my rant. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. It's just blows my fucking mind every time. Like, we can talk all day long about Mandela effects. I get that, okay? I'm planning on doing a full video on the Mandela effect and my particular view on it, because I don't think anyone else has really put that particular viewpoint across. So I don't know if I'm the only one that has that viewpoint. So that video is coming, and that'll be next month. But, like, we can talk about that, and I'm fine. Like, sanity remains, whatever semblance of it I still have. But we start talking about why do people sexually assault other people, lost for words, and you try to explain that and justify that to me, you're going to blow my mind, but not with any good talking points. That was a very close one. There's a lot of spider webs out here. But yeah, you're not going to blow my mind with any, like, interesting facts and justifications, you're going to blow my mind with the level of stupidity you have that you think you can justify something so despicable as sexual assault. Obviously, obviously we can go very much broader with this and consider just the whole bullying as a thing, because obviously this is one very specific aspect of it. But yeah, no, literally any action that you can do to another human being to make them not want to feel like they are worthy of life or of love or of anyone's time, or make them feel like they're a waste of space, like literally anything you do to deteriorate someone's perception of themselves is, I think, should just be like the worst crime. There are really little spider webs with really little spiders, and their webs are like this big, but they're held across the entire fucking, like, do you see how far those trees are apart? And it's this big. Spider's like smaller than my pinky. But yeah, that's my rant. Yeah. I don't get it. I honestly don't. And then it fucking upsets me, particularly at the moment, because they live in another town a couple of hours away, and because of the lockdown I can't go and be there and support them through it. Like, I'm stuck having to work with, you know, a phone call a day sort of thing, and it's does my head in. Does my fucking head in. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. I hope everyone else is doing well. Denim Day, make sure you're wearing your jeans to show some solidarity, some togetherness with people who are probably never going to be completely all right again because of what some fucking lowlife decided to do to them because they thought it was funny or because they thought it was acceptable, or... But yeah, I know this was more of a negative video and I probably added a lot of people, but if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If other things come up during the year, where there's like a specific day for something and you want to see more rant videos, let me know. I'm more than happy to take a walk out here in the bush somewhere and just go off my head for 20 minutes about something, because yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit that humans do to other humans and it makes no sense. A difference of opinion is fine as long as you're civil about it, but like, yeah, anyway, like I said, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well if you want to see more videos from me and be notified when I upload new ones. I'm gonna leave a link down below to like some helplines and stuff. I think there's even a, can't remember, I think there might be a website for like the Sexual Assault Awareness Month organization thing, like people that sort of oversee the activities done during Sexual Assault Awareness Month, whether that's in schools or whatever, and particularly obviously on Denim Day. I'm going to leave those links down below. So if you need them, they are there for you. I am here for you. Feel free to send me a private message if you feel comfortable doing that, and if you don't, then, as I said, there are some resources there that you can go through. I'll try to put some in that you can do by yourself in case you're not really wanting to tell anyone about it just yet. That's perfectly fine. You deal with it how you're going to deal with it. But yeah, keep your chin up. They're the monster, not you. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.